Do 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 do. 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 Oh, hello. You must be my new friend that I'm supposed to study with. We were paired up, remember? Studying molecular biology. You don't remember being paired up with me? Me neither. The feeling is mutual. Well, before we get started, I need you to smell something before I bring you inside. What is it? Oh, it's just a little something to help with the studying process. It can be a little bit strong, though, so I thought it'd be better just to do this outside. It helps with the cleanup, in case you have too much. But don't worry, I'm really good at medical science. Well, at least with studying what happens after life. Why are you so scared? There's no reason to be scared of things that are different. You know, people that take risks in life are usually the most successful people. I'm not going to twist your arm. You either want to make an A on your test or you don't. Me personally, I'm not too worried about my grades. You can take as long as you want. Okay. I could give you the cap. That should be more than enough, but I trust that you can do this. Just take a little smell. Just a little smell. I would do it too, but I've done it so much that I'm immune. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Still not feeling anything yet. Oh, here you go. Just a little bit more. Just breathe that in really good. Oh, there you are. I see it. The effects. You're starting to feel a little something now, aren't you? It's okay if things get a little dark and hazy. That's completely normal. All the vital signs are looking A-okay. Unfortunately, it's amazing what the human body can endure. We'll see if the subject responds to shock treatment. see if we can change a completely seemingly known person to someone who's dark and dreary and fit into society. Oh, it's okay. The headache will go away soon. That's right. You don't have to worry very much longer. I have an antidote for everything. But if I was allowed to let you suffer, this would be a lot more fun. But we're not here for a play date. We're here to study. Oh, I see. Well, apparently, for you, it's a normal reaction to struggle and want to escape. And carry on yelling and crying. It doesn't bother me. I love it, actually. It's quite becoming. So, I guess I need to work on tying you up a little bit better. See that you're pretty talented with moving around and trying to get away, but we're in this for the long haul. We need to make sure we get good grades. Well, inevitably I will, but you need something to write about. Yes. You can take the psychological aspects of this and write as much as you want. I prefer going through the medical aspects, seeing what makes the heart start to race. Especially after you have been giving such, well, shall we say, heavy sedatives. Relax. I'm very good at making sure you're secure and you won't hurt yourself or others. There's nothing to worry about. I'm just gonna tighten up this rope. I mean, you can try to escape if you like. I'll certainly enjoy watching you try. That's right. Just get the basics done and we'll be just fine. I do like to see you wiggle and squirm so. very becoming of you. That's right. Let's get these ropes all tightened up. Please forgive me. I normally don't make mistakes, but you're certainly secure now, and well, I think I've done really well this time. Securing you and putting you in your place. Just where you should be. I suggest you don't forget your place. Do we have an understanding? Well, thank you for trying. I know how troublesome that is for you, not being able to serve someone. But in essence, you're serving yourself in the sake of science. Alright. Subject is secure, but delusional. Oh, that's right, yes. Delusional. You are quite delusional right now, but that's okay. For some reason, you think that you're going to escape. And you're not going to escape. And that's okay. Because you're going to serve your purpose gracefully. Well, as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Delusional. Oh, are we angry now? Do you have anger issues? Are you struggling to reach up out of those restraints and come after me? That is adorable. Angry and delusional. Almost my type. Almost. You just take a second to breathe and relax. I'm gonna check some of your reflexes with this feather. It's very simple. Yes. Well, I'm seeing how you respond after waking up from a sedative. I'm checking your reflexes and comparing them to other subjects that I've checked. The research that I've done will compile the evidence that I need to accomplish getting out of this dreadful school. Are you prepared to have your reflexes checked? I'm gonna compile this information in my logs. See, you're not worthless. You have some uses. How does that feel? Oh, you can't respond. Must be that gag in your mouth. I can take it out and you can be as loud as you want. Or I can leave it in if you're happy with it. What's wrong? You can't tell me what you want me to do. Too bad. I guess I'll have to leave it in. Does this tickle your ears? You just let me know. I'm going to put this feather right underneath your chinny chin chin and see if you move at all. Well, you certainly did move a little bit. How does this make you feel? And be honest. I might be able to understand some of your muffles. I've been learning that as well. Like I said, practice makes perfect. You have to do things in order to learn. So, in the midst of all that fear and confusion, you were able to laugh. Let me write this down. Delusional, angry, and happy. You know that's not very possible. Well, the reason why I say is that classic psychology teaches us we're only allowed to feel one emotion at a time. So how can you be happy and angry at the same time? Answer me this. Exactly. See, I understood your mumbles, but you're learning. I just helped you learn. And you thought we weren't studying. Shame on you. Remember, this is not a play date. absolutely brilliant. You're finally starting to catch on. Hmm. That's right. What am I going to feed you? No, I mean, if you want to stay for dinner, you can, but I'm not ready to eat you just yet. I'd rather have a play date first. Okay. Now we're just gonna bring out the gloves. Exactly. Gonna see how you respond to the sound of the glove. I've not even put them on yet. And you look like you're shaking. Don't worry. This will be painless. I know how to use. Well, I know how to use the tools that I've been given, and I'm very skilled. Tools? Oh, yes. Just a little minor numbing solution. You already have it because, well, you kind of fell down, and during the time whenever I was letting you smell something, you know. I'm just gonna make sure I clean it out really good, what you have going on, and it doesn't look like it's anything serious, unfortunately. But, I don't want to be in trouble, so I guess I have to take care of you. It's also a very good learning opportunity for both of us. I can tell that you must eat rather healthy because your blood flow is thin. That could be the reason why you're a little bit lightheaded right now. Oh no, you're not. You're not one of those people that will feather away and perish just because you lost a little bit of that blood, you know. But because you'd already be dead if that was the case. But yeah, so I need to know if you can tell me what's in your diet. I'll tell you what I eat if you tell me No, you go first. None of my business. Alright then. Well, some of us want to study and view this as a learning opportunity, and others did not. I'm not naming names. Subject is defiant. I would say you're antisocial. You don't want to talk to me now. How am I supposed to talk to someone and study with somebody? How am I supposed to get a good grade? How are they supposed to get a good grade if they don't talk to me? This is a two-person situation. As much as I'd like to eliminate it to one, I'm not allowed. Oh, am I going to doctor your wound? Am I going to doctor your wound? Is that... Did I hear... Wait. I'm supposed to do something for you. Let me say that again. I couldn't hear it very clearly. Please, just tell me right here in my ear. Oh, okay. Supposed to do something for you. Alright. I'm supposed to do something for you. Isn't that funny how that works out? I could just let it fester and see if it heals on its own without any antibiotics. It would be an interesting experiment. The only problem is the chances are very high that, well, we wouldn't make it to finding out. How much it would fester. 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 I have an uncle named Fester. He's a delight. Okay. Alright. You eat vegetables. And what else do you eat? Since you're talking, finally. Well, that completely explains why your blood does not coagulate properly. Are you still feeling lightheaded? Or are you starting to feel numb at this point? Just your toes. Good to know. So just your toes are starting to feel a little bit numb. Let me do a little experiment. Let me touch those little toes with this feather. A little tickle, 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 tickle. Tickle, 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 tickle. You seem to be doing just fine. We could wait a little while, but it might take me a second. I just noticed you're Your strings are still a little bit weak. Oh, well, do I have a lot to learn when it comes to tying people down for their own safety? Here, let's make this a little bit more tight, shall we? You're doing much better. Well, it could be the blood loss, of course, but nothing serious. That's good. I'm so glad we're coming to an understanding. It's amazing how that works out. Let's clean this up, okay? Let's clean this up, okay? There you go. There you go. Just cleaned up really good. and then we should be good by then. I think I put enough pressure on it, honestly. No major damage. You know, you might start seeing things, maybe a little bit delusional, as I said before. Yeah, just. What is that? What did you see? A bunny rabbit. Interesting. Not my cup of tea. I'm just one of those people that really prefer the darker creatures, Oh, dear. So I'm gonna need to clean that up just a little bit more if you don't mind. Well, it doesn't really matter if you mind now, does it? No. So, it's just a little something. It's gonna help make sure you heal. And it's a very special remedy that runs in my family. It should work like a charm. Right. There. See? It's nothing. It's just something to help. I'm not afraid of it. I don't mind spraying it on myself. It's not serious. So don't be so worried. Oh, the smell. Yeah, well. Not everything is up to everybody's tastes when it comes to smell, but I tend to enjoy the stench of death. Oh, this? No, it's not that. It's, a lovely fragrance that really reminds me of embalming fluid, which I don't like to use. I think it prevents decay, and decay is a really beautiful thing. Anyway, shall we? Beautiful. I know. Yeah, the initial shock of it all. But that's kind of the excitement. guess to each his own. Here we go. That's almost nice and completely clean. Yeah. No. You just look at it and maybe you'll see your little fluffy bunny again like you did before. I know how much you like the little bunny. What do you think this is? No, silly. We have to treat the wound and clean it out. You know why? No, I don't know exactly what you mean there. What are you trying to say? Good job, so it doesn't get infection. That's right. That's right. It's almost like plucking a thought out of somebody's head so it doesn't damage the rest of the body. No, I haven't done that successfully yet, but that's my goal. Right. That's all I've ever wanted to do was just pluck all the thoughts that people didn't want out of their head. No, you don't want this thought in your head. Well, I can try to remove it if you like. No. Oh, that's a shame. Very good. All cleaned up, unfortunately. Alright. So, I think you did really good. Yeah. I think you got a lot out of that experiment. Okay. So it's my turn now. And you don't have to be